this morning. Does anybody have any good ideas for a question, or that's like a burning question for fun? I thought of a couple things. Thinking like favorite holiday memory or favorite Christmas or Hanukkah song or singing a song. I just did a family Zoom this weekend. It was really cute. All my like crazy loud Jewish family, and they all sang Hanukkah song. Like we went around and each one sang a different song, and it was really cute. So yeah, I guess we can do how are you doing, and maybe what are you gonna do for the holidays? How about that? That's a good one because I'm actually curious what everybody's gonna do. Hey, Craig. So I'll start. I've been feeling a little under the weather the last 2 days. I had to sleep in this morning because I was feeling like my body was struggling a little bit. But I'm all cozy over here. We just flew to my partner's parents for the holidays, so I'm really looking forward to watching a bunch of bad Christmas movies. I told Libby this the other day. They have this like Hallmark Christmas movies that are really cheesy, you know, like the low budget movies, and they had Hallmark movie bingo. So you have like a bingo card, and one square says like, looks like they did 3 hours to do their hair, or woke up wearing makeup, or like wearing high heels in the snow, like all these really funny, like got fired from their job, went to the small town, like the same plot that happens over and over, and then you play bingo with it. So that was pretty funny. So yeah, looking forward to just like hibernating and cooking and making crafts and wrapping presents and doing all the holiday things. And we're going to take some time off, actually. We should probably announce that. Maybe I should ask you guys about how we should announce that. We were discussing with the stewards, so maybe we'll make a final call and tell everybody. So anyway, that was a long time, and I will pass to Tonga. Oh, hey Jake, you ninja'd in here. I'll pass to Tonga. How are you doing, and what are you gonna do over the holidays? And maybe that's work. Tamara was telling me she's gonna work.
Yeah, I am very good. I'm going to. I actually think of life as a holiday. I don't think that I have work and holiday. I try to be always in holiday and choose a work I like. And yes, I'm going to probably what in the next time when my wheat plants grow and it's 2 weeks more that I need. Smoke a lot of weed and code all day. That's what I'm waiting for.
It's a party.
Yeah. I don't like party.
I don't know what I walked into, but this is great.
It's another comms meeting, Griff.
Okay, I will pass it to Griff. What are you going to do? How are you, and what are you going to do in the holiday?
In the holiday week, I'm gonna set a bad example for the team and work like mad. Actually, probably I'll try to avoid working on common stack stuff so that it's not a big deal. Okay, first off, I'm doing great. There are for the holidays, there are a lot of other projects that I've helped found that are doing launches, specifically Giveth and Dapnode. Dapnode has like they're looking to make a chain, and it's going to be really cool. We're gonna and they just hired Afri, and we have like a whole amazing team going on there. And so this weekend and over the holidays, I'm going to make sure that they're kickstarted really well and on the right path to success, so that by 2024 they can buy Facebook. That plus Giveth is really close to the V2 launch, and so I'll probably spend more time working with them as well. And I don't know who to pass it to. Who still hasn't gone?
Pretty much everybody. Only me and Tonga and you have gone, so everybody else is open.
Oh, well then I'll pass it to Craig.
Oh, you're on mute, Craig. Mute in the man cave. False alarm. Okay, we'll
Okay, I'll
pass
pass it to Jake.
Okay.
Sorry, took it on, Jess.
Hi, everybody. I'm doing okay. I got a plane ticket for the 21st. So I'm going home, I think. We'll see. Quite an adventure. Other than that, I'm good. I mean, that week's going to be pretty hectic for me. It's going to be really busy. Because I got to meet a guy about buying a car, too. I got a lot of other stuff going on. I'm going to like 3 different places first before I go home, so it's gonna be a zoo. Other than that, I'm good. Hopefully, I make it there and get kids presents. I told them that Santa has internet, so he got their lists, and he's very capable now and very hip. My daughter was really cute though, because she was like, "Dad, how does Santa get so many places if he's so fat?" Anyways, other than that, yeah. I mean, if I can do stuff, I'll do stuff. That's for sure. But I could be pretty tied up that week as well. Other than that, I'll pass it to Santi.
Thank you, Jake. I'm doing great. Great weather here too this week. For the holidays, it's kind of sad. We're probably gonna, although there's they allow to meet up to 10 people, we don't think we're gonna do any family reunions. We are gonna keep home and just the 3 of us and just do some sport and try to forget about all the things around the family during Christmas, and hopefully we might be able to have some reunion later on in spring or the summer. Okay, I'll pass it to Livia.
Thanks, Santi. I'm feeling great. I'm very excited for today's roll of meetings. And for the holidays, I'm in my partner's house, and it's very cool for me to be here. I love spending Christmas around because in Brazil, Christmas is like, it's in the summer, I don't know, there's like a dinner with family or something. It's not such a big deal. And here is like a super big deal, Christmas. And all of my partner's siblings are flying in, and then the house is going to be full in a few days. And it's always like a crazy family type of atmosphere. So we're going to do that. And yeah, that's it for me. And I'll pass to Den.
Hey, can you actually guys hear me? I'm assuming nobody hears me. Okay, wow, this is fun. So yeah, I don't know. I usually take off and travel somewhere random in the holidays. So I guess I know that right now I'm gonna go visit my mom. So just being with her, cooking, whatnot, chilling. I'll probably work. No, I'm not probably going to work. I will work. I know. So yeah, I'll pass it to. I don't know. Who hasn't gone yet?
I can take it. Yeah. I'm feeling great. A bit stressful because I'm moving. But yeah, not a big deal. I mean, I'm stressed because I don't drive, so I have to coordinate with my family who is going to take me to and that stuff. And for work, Sam proposed me to do a video on the things he's doing on the gardens and like make a funny video in English, and that can be really fun. And other than that, yeah, I will. I don't follow rules. We will spend Christmas with family, and yeah, that's it. And I'll pass it. I think I was, and maybe Craig can go since he had some problems.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
It's okay for the rules, Sam. We're just doing it because we had my father-in-law ill in the hospital for 3 weeks in emergency, and we don't feel like we want to risk it, but we fuck the rules here also.
Well, I hope he improves or continues to improve. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. And holidays, yeah, family time, and hopefully lots of outdoor recreating, and maybe some working, because my family will be out of school and I'll have all kinds of bandwidth. So yeah, but yeah, looking forward to the holidays. And maybe Kris. I think Kris just joined.
I did just join. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty well as well. I missed what we're sharing today, but my intentions today are to share a little bit of what I've been working on, particularly with the spam bot, or I guess the anti-spam bot, and how I plan to implement that. And distractions are I'm kind of working on a bunch of different things right now. But yeah, has anyone else not gone yet? All right. Well, I'll pass back to Jess or Griff or whoever's taking it over.
Oh, that's funny, Griff, because you're pointing the opposite way on my screen. You're pointing to Jake. Maybe Jake wants to take it over. Funny. It's like, what was that? The Brady Bunch. But yeah, thanks everybody for sharing, and hope you all get to enjoy. And yeah, we don't want to shame people for not working, but we also don't want to shame people for working. Tamara pointed this out to me yesterday. She's like, this is the one time that my kids aren't here and I just want to work. I really enjoy like what we do. And so I said, oh, that's a good reflection, because yeah, I mean, that's what it's for, the time to do whatever you like. And thanks, Tonga, also for reminding us that there's not a separation and we should feel like it's a holiday. So that was nice. Thanks for sharing. That was really cool. I appreciated all of y'all's reflections as always. So yeah, I guess we're going to kick it off on a note. Septimus, do you want to just, for 1 or 2 minutes, share this presentation by Sem? I'll share my screen so people can see, and then you put it in comms channel. We'll do like a more proper promotion of, tell us what is this video and why we should watch it.
Yeah, okay. That's a same reflection of what's going on, not only on tech, but on everything. It's so cool. Like, wow, I don't know. Yeah. He explains, he used metaphors, I don't know the word in English, to express every like phenomenon, like, for example, market is a metaphor for a dragon. Automata is gardens. I don't know. I was not prepared for that. But the video is so cool. It explains like everything that's going on in here. He explained it like for kids, and it's very good. And Sam told me since it's in Spanish. I mean, we were working on. We want to do it. I mean, as a holiday project to make like a little video with editing and stuff, like to make it in English, but yeah, that's what I can say.
Sorry, I didn't realize my mic was open. Jeff's mom was yelling down to us. But Septimus, thank you. Yeah, that looks so cool. I can't wait to watch it. So you're gonna work on the subtitles, so those of us who don't speak fluent Spanish can watch it also.
Yeah, the subtitles are already done, but I can try to improve them. Like it's the automatic thing of YouTube. I will try to improve it if needed.
Awesome. But, yeah, this looks so cool. It's kind of like on meta narratives and like an extension of his post that he did talking about like different symbology around how to explain what we're doing. And yeah, there's like apart from the matrix, and looks really cool. So thank you so much, Seb, for getting that. I know I'm looking forward to watching that. That looks so cool. Might give some inspiration for comms too. So yeah, and then the next thing we wanted to mention is Gitcoin grants. If you haven't had a chance, that includes me. I literally had to put on my calendar, like I have a calendar alert for 5 this afternoon or evening for us to go and donate pan. So if you didn't, it's gonna be finishing on the 17th. So even if you do like 1 die or 5 die, and I saw a lot of you already did already, so thank you so much. It turns into so much more. So I know I put it on my calendar for tonight because I didn't want to wait till 2 last minute, but it ends on Thursday. So if you hadn't had a chance, or if you have any friends, just be like, hey, even if you give 1 die or 5 die, it makes a huge difference. So I'll share the Gitcoin grant link again in the comms for TEC. And thanks again, Craig, put that together. And also we'll be writing like a big thank you at the end to send out. And I'm going to do some tweets today, push some last tweets to schedule for today and tomorrow. We have our Twitter party because I was traveling last week. So yeah, Gitcoin, last Gitcoin push, if you want to share around in the channels. And Jake, I know you're awesome at poking people, so maybe I'll give you like a temp if you want to. I can do a little, just yeah, with the fork. I'll give you the link. And Griff, you made some crazy cart with like 98 grants in it.
Yeah, and if anyone needs pan, just like I am happy to throw some pan your way, as long as you promise to donate it. So just DM me on Telegram, and you get free pan to donate. I'm like a pan faucet, okay? So feel free to DM me, and I'll hook you up.
Awesome. Thanks, Griff.
Coin.
Yeah. And so, Kris, you said before I get into the deep discussion, I wanted to give some time. The main things I wanted to do today was get your feedback on, we're going to look at this sprint and like wrapping up a few things before holidays. And then if there's anything people want to self-assign or tell me about that they're working on the holidays so I can get it on the board. And then I wanted to get your feedback on what content and communications is critical to Hatch. We walked through an exercise last week with Tamara that was super, super helpful looking at the roadmap. And then I wanted to get some feedback as well on the forum based on a discussion Livy and I were having yesterday. But first, because that's kind of like the heavy conversation for the meeting, Kris, I wanted to give you the space to share. You said you had some kind of updates that you were excited to share about Discord. And I know you're putting in a lot of work and we're not really seeing it, but I know it's a lot. So did you want to take the mic and share the latest on the spam bots and Discord?
I sure can.
Feel
So
free to share your screen.
I can show you guys. I started implementing it in one of the other servers that I help admin. And let me just get to the right screen here. Go live. So yeah, I'll show you guys how it's implemented in the Keep server because that's where I have it logged right now. But yeah, we just implemented this last night in this server, so it's working now. But I would hope to implement it in kind of all of our servers, both the ones that are currently running and the ones that are coming up. So if you guys have been in the Badger DAO Discord channel, it's the same server or the same captcha bot that they have there. So essentially what we did in this server, because it was already existing, we went through and assigned, we actually had a bot assign all of these roles. Basically, we added the community member, which is basically has almost the same capabilities as the everyone tag in this server. So that basically we could make it so this change would essentially be pretty seamless for anyone that's existing in the server. So what this bot does is it exists in this server. If you call the verify command, it will send you a DM, except that I've already been verified, so it won't work for me right now. But ideally, normally it will actually, when you join the server, it'll send you a DM with a captcha. I'll see if I can find the one that it sent me here. So basically, it'll send you a captcha. You have to put it in a case-sensitive way. Otherwise, you get this nice little attempt failed. As you can see, I tried both with and without case sensitivity. It works once you have that case sensitivity in there. So the other thing is, the way that we structured it in this server is that basically you can only see our team members and our moderators, and then the online, which is the anyone with the everyone tag, which is right now just bots, because we went and assigned that role to everyone else. And you can see someone just joined and hasn't got assigned yet the role, so they're showing up here. But because this is the only server channel that you can see as an everyone new joiner, we should also be able to eliminate all of the DM spam that's coming in, because if a bot joins here and is trying to DM people on the server, they can't actually see all the members that are active in the server. They can only see the unactivated members. So I'm hoping that'll also deal with both bots and things joining and also the DM spam that we're getting. So I'm hoping to implement that in the token engineering channel very soon, hopefully in the next day or two. And then I'll also be implementing that in the new servers that we are putting together. If you guys have any questions or have any other servers that you want this implemented in, just let me know and I can help you out in setting it up. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at on that.
Awesome. That looks great. And yeah, I think you saw Angela's message this morning. They've been having issues, and I don't want to add more to your plate. I just said, I don't know who's running the TE, but anyway, she might have questions or something like that. And you don't have to take that on, but just you could point her maybe in a direction if she wants to do that. I have a call with her on Monday, so I'll see if she's got something in particular.
Angela's generally the lead, and Kai is the executor.
Yeah, and I have spoken with Kai about it. This was, I think we talked a few days ago, maybe the end of last week, and it was before I had tested many of the bots, so I basically was undecided as to the direction I was going, but this one seems to be working well, so I will speak with him again and we'll move ahead with it.
Okay, cool. Sounds awesome. Thank you so much. And yeah, I did jump in the Common Stack Discord, but the TEC Discord, you're still setting that up, or just if you want to invite a few of us whenever you get that going, probably Eduardo and probably everyone on this call. Hey, Manu.
Yeah, I can send those invites. You bet. Yeah, I mean, all of them are still, the servers are all kind of still in active development. So, but they're approaching readiness.
Okay, awesome. Great work. It's a lot. Okay, Manu, did you want to say hello, or if you want to stay on mute too, that's fine. Hey.
I'm trying to mute myself for the last 5 minutes. My computer is really slow. I don't know. I think that I have way too many tabs open, and I need to share my computer and probably reset at some point. But yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, doing a lot of stuff currently, and yeah, glad to be here.
You must be doing a lot, because I saw Fight Pandemics was second and the Panvali Gitcoin matching. So you must be doing something crazy good.
Yes,
you're next to Griff.
We're trying, and grateful also. Thanks for supporting, and everyone here that has supported as well. Thank you so much. We actually airdropped some pan to the community, and we put the common stack, also the TEC Commons and the Token Engineering Academy as like the grants that we support as a community. So we're directing all these people over there as well. So yeah, hopefully they can donate there. I know that they have been donating. I'm seeing it already, so that's really good. So yeah, I hope that helps the whole community.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. That's so cool. So yeah, I guess, so the last 3 items we're on are kind of the big ones. So first, I will focus on this sprint. So the things I've got on here, and sorry, Jake, I didn't get a chance. I know you've got a million things going on, so maybe you can take a minute to update us after we go through these few. I've really tried to whittle down what's going on till next Wednesday. So the main thing is I'm gonna push out the Praise Quant and News blog today. Oh shoot, Griff, I didn't see. your message. Did you get a hold of Marco to get the graphics sorted, or?
Yeah. The question I wanted to ask is, how many should we include for the total impact hours? Should we do top 100? Should we say anyone with more than one impact hour? What do you think?
I just think it looks a little crazy in the blog if it's like so long, but I don't know what's too long. Maybe what we have been doing, something similar, I feel like is like a good limit. I don't know what that is in like the print 20-inch or 30-inch or whatever it is, but I think how like the length that we've been doing it ish, it could be a little longer because I know we have more contributors.
I could make it the same length as the total impact hours.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, not the total, but the round 6, so they're about the same height. Would that work?
Yeah, something like that would be cool. Yeah. And maybe then, we can look at it.
Can I pass it to you as the PDF, and then you figure out how to make it into whatever file format is best?
Yeah, I'll make it a JPEG. Thank you. So yeah, and then this Thursday we've been recruiting and promoting TE projects during the Thursday call. So this Thursday we've got Wesley with Token Log. Sounds like a pretty cool project. Tamara and I have been chatting with him. He's going to present. And then I might tweak one or two things on the forum proposal structure, the funding proposals for the forum, and then close that. And then I'm trying to finish a few content pieces before the holidays here. So I guess, Jake, you're kind of the most important piece here that I don't know what you've got going for the next like week or two, and if there's anything you need support on or promotion on, and then also looking at the TLDR of the hatch parameters. Maybe we can work together on that if you have bandwidth. So I was gonna check in with you. What have you got going the next week or two?
Yeah, that would be absolutely fantastic, because Griff put me on the bench because he said, "Ooh, Sim's got a hatch. We gotta get the hatch. Oh, you need to wait." So, anyways, I had to go take my baseball bat and go sit on the dugout and just kind of stare at the coach. What the hell is that? So yeah, that would be great.
Not the bench at all.
That would be great.
I just want to say we're still having the call on Wednesday. It's just not about the ABC parameters or conviction voting.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay. The TLDR, I would totally help you with that. My computer just kind of got screwy. Content piece, blog, or forum, what kinds of projects? You want help with that too? Oh, what's going on here?
If you have bandwidth, yeah, that would be awesome. I guess if you could just.
I have when I get home, I have fantastic Wi-Fi. And the few hotels I'll be at before that, I should be pretty good too. San Jose's really good, so is Hako. So I shouldn't have a problem still being able to contribute here and there. It's just like when I am going to be busy during the week running around, then I'll be gone. But I mean, I'll be mobile. So I could definitely be in messaging and whatnot. But as soon as I get home, my Wi-Fi is fantastic. So that won't be a problem. So you can throw whatever you want at me.
Okay, cool. I'll see how much I can crank out the next days. But yeah, even if you could start the TLDR and then I'll take it over, or like for me,
excuse me. I'm sorry. I also because Tamara had a great idea too. When you go into the forum, we're like, for instance, in the TEC, it's just a mess. Like you go into TEC, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just like everything we posted, whether it's like an actual main post or a deep dive, it's all right there. So I was going to go ahead and do that up so we actually have, for instance, the dandelion deep dive should be separate. It all just shouldn't be this. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of a mess. So I was going to straighten all that up and probably look into the other categories too. Really, the TEC is the only one we have a whole bunch of posts for anyways right now. So that's fine. But I'll have plenty of bandwidth and go ahead and work on that. And we'll throw all that together. That's fine.
Cool. And even if it's a work session with either me or Eduardo, if it's about like organizing the forum, Eduardo's really good at that because he has a lot of experience with discourse and I don't necessarily. So maybe you could tap him if you have any ideas, or if you just tell him like, hey, this looks kind of messy. How do you think we can better organize it? Eduardo's really awesome with that.
Okay.
So awesome. Thank you. I'll definitely reach out. And then, one thing I forgot, Kris, did you have like a quick update on the CRM situation? That's kind of more looking ahead. I know you've got a meeting with Dan on that, and I was going to ask if you guys are willing to also help on the TEC side since you're kind of already doing that. Did you have any thoughts about, this is more like looking ahead. We will probably want to do some outbound campaigns soonish about the hatch.
Yeah.
To send information and things. So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
What have you found out?
So basically, I went in on kind of a deep dive through HubSpot with Durgados. I believe that was last week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I think it was. He kind of walked me through a lot of the capabilities of HubSpot, which also I think it'll make sense to migrate our MailChimp over to HubSpot to kind of have it all in one central location. So that's probably the longer term goal, is to migrate MailChimp over to HubSpot and use that as our outgoing mail service as well. And then use a lot of the other HubSpot abilities to kind of differentiate some of our user groups, some of the way, kind of connect to some of the onboarding processes and things like that, so that some of that information is captured and entered back into HubSpot. But yeah, basically that HubSpot is going to be longer term. It's going to become our main outreach and CRM platform, basically. So yeah, that's kind of longer term. We can certainly also use that for the TEC in addition to Common Stack. But yeah, certainly I think HubSpot will be our main center for all of those purposes.
Okay, cool, awesome. That's kind of what I was thinking. And hey, Durgadas, how you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Good, thanks for joining us. And hey, Cryptoby, how you doing? I don't know. You're shy. Do you want to speak? In case you jumped in, Cryptoby, and you're not sure what this is the communications working group for the Token Engineering Commons. So we're talking about what we're working on here before the holiday break for some of us.
Hi guys.
Hey, did you just jump into the TE Commons recently, or?
Yes, I actually got referred here by your friend Tonga. So I'm just trying to figure out what you guys are all about. So I'm just listening to. I haven't really gotten the hang of the project or what you guys are up to.
Okay, well, one of the stewards will reach out to you
Can you
after
hear me,
this
guys?
meeting. And
Guys?
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I was just saying, after the meeting, one of the stewards will reach out to you and send you some more information and answer questions. And then we have our main call is actually on Thursday. On Thursday at 11 a.m. PST, what is that, 2 p.m. EST and 8 p.m. CET. So if you want to join for that as well, that's kind of like where all the working groups, you'll get a better sense of kind of what's going on. But meantime, one of the stewards will reach out and send you some more information and answer questions. So thanks for joining us. And yeah.
You're cool.
Absolutely. So yeah, the next discussion I wanted to chat with everybody about is, I'm going to share my screen. So we did this exercise last week with Tamra on the Miro board. And we were just looking at, this was in the stewards meeting, we were looking at the advantages of a decelerated timeline, advantages of an accelerated timeline, and we kind of went through these are all of our working groups. So you can see, Cryptoby, we've got a lot going on onboarding comms. We have a culture working group, Gravity, which is our conflict resolution, the tech team, legal, the parameters, and some issues with the common stack that may affect us, because that's about the legal protections with the Swiss Association. So anyway, we were looking at critical to hatch things and kind of mapping out. And in the news blog, which we're going to put out today, we were kind of, changing the timeline. We had originally said around Christmas for the launch, but that was kind of just to set our eyes on something and keep us pushing. But looking at the actual tasks on the GitHub board and kind of looking at what's going on with legal and everything, and having some more time for the tech team to develop, we're looking at the hatch of the commons being sometime more around February or even first week of March, depending on how things flow. So for the purpose of this meeting, and yeah, we're going to refine this a bit in the next stewards meeting, and maybe look at putting something out for everybody. But yeah, as far as communications goes, I kind of was trying to hone in on what we think is critical to hatch, and I just wanted to hear from you guys a bit on your thoughts. So we were looking in terms of like sprints for timing, and a lot of this is like pretty high level, so it needs to be broken out a lot, but the main things are the branding. So Marco basically said he's been swamped with work and it's hard for him to be creative and he needs the space. So over the holidays, he's going to do like our final branding look. We've been working together. And I know it probably like, you're like, oh, it looks good already, or at least it looks okay. But we're going to take it one more level to really make it sing. And then we want to make it consistent. So we'll be, changing all the social media logos and having templates for all the different calls and like TEC labs and all this kind of stuff. And then the TLDR, which, thanks, Jake, that'll be one of our missions together. And then the email tracking platform, hopefully we can have that sometime, I think end of January is maybe more realistic, or even, but we need to have a way to send emails to all of the contributors and potential hatchers about what's going on once we get some more information. And I've just been doing a news blog, but really we should have a newsletter, and especially closer to the hatch, we're going to need like, kind of campaigns around some of these communications. And then the story canvas, I'm kind of starting to pick that back up and work in the background. And that is something maybe we can dedicate another meeting to once I get a little further with like documenting. We had such great like feedback on that, but we just need to hone in a little more on what is the story we're going to tell. And part of that has been a little bit about like the legal and some blocks there. I felt like we can't really write an article about what is a hatch or how we're going to hatch because we're still figuring that out, but at least we can start to craft some of the high level narrative.
Yeah, I just want to say, I think that's the most critical, is just having this like 1 or 2 sentence concept or like, what is our meme? Like, what is that? Like, token engineering public goods are good, or something like that. Like the tagline that we just have everywhere. That's
Are you
just
talking
like,
about like a mission statement?
We have a mission statement, but more like the meme of the mission statement. What is that? What is, like Fight Pandemics' title is like its own meme. It's like, we're going to fight pandemics. This is what we're doing. Like, do you want to fight pandemics? Join us. And like the TE Commons needs that same level of, we're doing this, and it's 1 sentence, and and it clicks. And that's art. That's not something that's like, oh, it's done. So
yeah, actually, I wanted to comment on that. I've been talking about the token engineering commons, and when I just say the name, people just don't get it. What does commons even mean? People don't understand what commons means, and that's a reality. And we need to understand that our audience don't get it. So how can something simple that can transmit what is it that we're doing? Like, I don't know, is it having creating systems for a public infrastructure, or like, what is it that we're doing? Like, I think that we need to simplify it, because the name itself is already hard to understand.
So this is a thing I do professionally. So just let me know if I can help with that.
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
I would love your help because, well, the other aspect is, like people always give, like designers, you need space to create. I was talking to Tamara about this yesterday, and like with designers and artists, it's very obvious, but it's actually a similar process for writing. And I've felt so compressed. So I've struggled to find like that space to get really creative. It started a bit yesterday. I made this meme. I feel like this is what it is, but we need to like shift this to like more positive because this is kind of negative, I had a little space and started getting creative again. But yeah, it needs to be like a positive framing of what are we doing? Like safe digital economies or like safe, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out. But yeah, Durgadas, I would love your help. And I agree with you 100%.
I have templates for all this stuff. And I have multiple examples of multiple websites and clients that I've done this with. So I can show you the method and then sort of walk through it with you if you like.
Cool. Yeah. And I can share with you, Manu did this awesome exercise with us, the story canvas, some time ago. And then Andrew started to like pull stuff from that board. So I just need to take stuff on that board. Like we need to take the stuff on the board, but maybe going through your process will make it click. Cause I still feel like there's something that's not like, I think I just need time and space too, but maybe we can do a session together. That would be really fantastic.
Yeah, let's brainstorm about it. But I've mentioned this in other contexts too. But the who, what matrix plus the unique value proposition are the cornerstones of the entire thing. And so, but there are other templates that help you flesh that stuff out, where you can say, our company is where X person goes for benefit Y. And so that's just how it works.
Do you think that we can put all of that here in this storyboard that Jessica is going to show you?
Yeah.
Like all of these quadrants
and I won't
so
go too
on?
deep into this because I want to address a few other things, but yeah, and Durgadas, I sent you this link, I think. Did I send you this?
I'll have to look in my mirror just a second.
That's fine. I can send it again. I'll send it again, but yeah.
I know you sent me some things, but I don't know if it was.
I know you've been super busy too, so I'll resend this, but yeah, a lot of that is probably in here. We just have to pull it out and then maybe go through one process. So I'll send you this link, and then we'll see if we can find a time. Maybe next week we could at least get a start before the holidays, like on Tuesday, or if you have time.
I'm off starting on my birthday, which is Thursday. So I'm off until the 4th. So I'm a little more free that I don't have to do my day job. So.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll reach out to you and send you these links again, and then maybe we'll do a session next week. And
great.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to join, you're also welcome. I'll put it in a comms channel. But yeah, that's probably in here. We just have to dig it out. I haven't had the time and space to sit with it, but yeah, it's moving up on my priority list here. So that'll be awesome, Durgadas. And then, yeah, the other things were like a visual to explain the hatch. The process got started a bit with Marco, but he's been super slammed. So I'm hoping in January, that'll be one of the first things when we have our meeting. We have a couple of things to go over. So the new TEC Discord, Kris has been working on that. Clear comms about how the C-Stack token will be a part of it, and I think Griff, you said this sprint will have it, so in January we can start to push forward a little bit on what's the story we're going to tell and how to communicate that. And then I put clear, easy to understand documentation, educational onboarding materials, TLDRs. That is kind of in progress, but I think that's going to be also like an ongoing thing that we look at what is needed. And then the final thing will be just making sure that the Hatch app itself, where people go to co-vest the token, has really good content and an onboarding video, which we'll start working on probably sprint 6, I'd say. So yeah, anybody have any thoughts or reflections? I know I talked to Griff a lot last week about some of these things, but open for other reflections and thoughts around what you think is crucial.
Yeah, I think what's crucial is that the website and the email communications need to be considered as one process and not as two separate processes. So that way, because the thing is, if you invest too much on one side, then it's sometimes difficult to pick up the threads. Let's say if you did a bunch on the website already, to pick up the threads on the other side of the email communications. And so just, it's my perception and my recommendation professionally to all my clients that they consider those to be the same thing. And rarely is that advice taken, but I will say it's still a good idea.
I think we could also have a quick session on organizing the flow of the forum, because now there's a huge intake of things coming, and like, what is the first view when people enter the forum for the first time and how they navigate it. I know we were talking about this yesterday, and just discussing like a very simple thing took us like 30 minutes and we still didn't find a solution. So it might be something good for more people to jump in.
Well, and it is actually the process that I would go through with Jess or whatever to identify those exact things. And in web design, you have basically 5 seconds to catch people, right? They need to find themselves on the page. But if you don't know who you're talking to, then you can't show up for those people right in that place. And the same applies to a forum as much as it does to an email or anything else. All those same principles apply. So hopefully by figuring out who that is and what it is that we're trying to do with them, then that messaging can become more coherent automatically and by default.
Yeah, I actually had we've got 10 minutes left, so I guess we could jump into it. Yeah, I think the critical to hatch is fairly clear, and I think it will become more clear. So along the way, if there's anything you all see, yeah, please don't be shy to bring it up. I know most of you aren't. But yeah, Livy and I were discussing yesterday a forum. The proposal section is kind of whack. It's messy. And then now that the advice process is moving to the forum, we were discussing how to organize that. So maybe I'll just do some quick kind of like polling on what your thoughts are. So we're working on this welcome to TEC section, which trying to finish as soon as possible, definitely by the end of the week. It's mostly there. We just have to reorganize a few things. And I think there's one more section that we need to put content in. But yeah, this is meant to be the kind of like walkthrough. And Durgadas, I did take a lot of your advice and appreciate that on like the glossary and everything. So this is meant to be the first thing when people come in, like everything you need to know. And then it's all broken down in these sections, and one kind of leads to the other. And Become a Hatcher is kind of like blocked right now because we're still determining that. But at least for now, like what is the TEC, and submitting a proposal is the main thing we're pushing right now. So Eduardo and I think we'll probably have a few more sessions this week on it. He's been kind of leading me to getting it more organized. So we were discussing, the main thing is right now the proposal section. So my thought was kind of that this would be the funding proposals only section, that the projects right now, so the projects that are looking to submit a proposal for funding for Once We Hatch, they come in here, they have a proposal, they come and present in our meeting, and then they get feedback. And then when we're live, they can submit it to the DAO. So right now there were all these test ones. So we're going to maybe change that to the test hatch. And those are pinned. I have a different view than probably you all see. If you're an admin, you have this crazy view and you can see that this means people can't see this and it's under a pin. But the main thing is, and Livia added working groups, which is really nice to build that out, because in the first section, we have how to join and contribute. And how to join and contribute has how to join the Token Engineering Commons. And then down here, we discuss each working group. So Livia thought it'd be great to link them and like put the manifestos and get a little deeper into them. So we added working groups. But the main question, okay, I'll go quick because we only have a few minutes. The main question is, we are now doing voting. So like there's the funding proposals, and then there's the kind of internal or like the DAO proposals for whatever votes we hold. Like the votes we used to hold on the Discord with emojis, we're now going to do it on the forum. And Livy, you put that vote, the principle 3 was under community.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah, if you want to take it over, and then I just wanted to get some feedback on what people thought of how we should break out. Should we break it out or all have it under the same thing?
Yeah, the structure I was thinking that makes sense to me would be that we have 3 different types of voting now. One is dandelion voting, the other is conviction voting, and the other is the forum voting, that you vote like straight in the forum. So we could have like 3 subcategories under proposals, one for each. So whenever dandelion is up, all the proposals that will go there, they stay in the dandelion section. And then conviction voting, all of the proposals that will go to conviction voting that are mostly for funding stay there. And the ones that are being just a test right now, then we could add to the title, like test CV proposal, that, or like add to the title saying like it's not going to go to the commons or something like that. And then the forum proposals are the non-financial proposals and the cultural agreements, like the signaling ones that are going to just stay in the forum. So I don't know if it makes sense for everyone, like having it divided like that in 3 parts.
So the question is, do we put everything under proposals, or do we put a different section and put something like voting? And that's like, but then again, conviction voting can be considered voting. So what do you guys have any strong opinions or thoughts around how to organize that with our last few minutes?
I have a strong opinion that communications is best done when it's really organized according to exactly who it is that you're trying to reach, and then everything else sort of falls from that. I struggle a little bit in the comm meetings because I'm just really aware of how difficult it is to communicate when there are sort of a lot of committee-like messages going across things. And I'm not telling you that because I don't believe in the fundamental democracy of this group. I'm just simply telling you that it's a fundamental principle of communications. And so I do feel like we're making a lot of decisions before we have a super clear understanding of exactly who we're trying to reach, and therefore it puts the cart a little before the horse. So, I'm just, that's my strong opinion about it. And so I have another meeting I have to go to in 3 minutes. So I just wanted to get that
I
out
want to
there.
say that's an incredibly powerful point, and I think really, really important. And because we have this very clear boundary of is going to be who our audience, who's going to be able to participate in the hatch, we have a very clear boundary of who our audience is. It's the C-Stack token holders. And so C-Stack token holders are generally very aware of crypto, more aware than most audiences for sure, and altruistic, and they have like very set qualities. So I agree. I feel like it's important to really tone down our messaging to that audience.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just not as aware, and I'm a lot newer to this space, so some of this is still a little unclear to me, what has been traveled and what hasn't. So I apologize.
Okay, so the trusted seed is our only demographic. That's the only thing we need to focus on.
Okay.
I think that's where we get the most bang for our buck, and it definitely makes Com's job a lot easier.
Okay.
I do wonder about that, but we can perhaps answer that question at another time. I'm headed into another meeting. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Durgadas. I'll reach out, and I look forward to our session next week. It sounds like we have a lot to cover, but I look forward to hearing your thoughts around these things. I think it'll help
Yeah,
me
and
flesh out a bit. So
I'll be able to show you examples and stuff and whiteboards and other things that I've done, and then hopefully once you understand what I'm referring to, then we can work together on.